Hey guys, you probably don't know who I am, but I'm new to the TheFabFans channel and I'm really excited to be here. My name is Sabrina. I'm from Florida, even though I don't really want to be from Florida, but I'm from Florida. I'm 24. I graduated recently, so I'm still looking for a job. And I love the Beatles. I mean, what more could you possibly ask from me, right? I don't think this video is gonna be that long because I really don't know how this works all too well, but I'm trying. And sorry, I just ate. I did want to tell you how I became a fan. I mean, I mentioned it in my audition video, but I made that private because I have family that's friended me on YouTube and I don't want them to see it. But how I became a Beatles fan, like I mentioned in my private tag video, I don't really have a it's kind of vague actually how I became a fan, because for me they were always there, you know, like in the background of my life, and I don't really have a pinpoint on when I became a fan because I always liked them since I was a kid. I knew their songs. I just never really like listened to them. Like whenever my parents would listen to the oldies station, I'd be like singing along, but I never really like on my own listened to them. So I don't really have a pinpoint, but if I had to pinpoint it where this entire obsession began, I would say when we got my dad a record player. He wanted one of those record players that you can record onto your computer and make MP3s out of them, which is pretty badass, I have to say. But he wanted one of those, so we got him one of those, I think for Father's Day one year. And one night we listened to a bunch of his old records that he has, and one of the ones that was played was Sgt. Pepper's. So I had to listen to Sgt. Pepper's on vinyl, and it was magical. It was really cool and I really enjoyed it. I remember reading the lyrics on the back of the case, I guess you call it. I don't really know what you call it because I'm not that old, but yeah, I remember reading the lyrics on the back of the case, and some of them were wrong actually. I don't know what's up with that. Or maybe I'm just listening wrong, I don't know. But I remember them being wrong. And I remember looking through the pictures, you know, in their uniforms. And I just remember being so impressed, so happy. And I'm like, oh my God, the Beatles, you know what I mean? So from that point on, that night just like really opened up the doors for me, and I just had to listen to them, and I had to find them on the internet. You know, I had to have all their music. It was not a question. So I did that, and I somehow got the music, you know, through the internet. I won't say how. But yeah. So I just began listening to their music first. And then, I don't know, I got interested in them as people. And I wanted to know, like, their history, like, the group history, like, and how they became such a phenomenon. And, yeah, just from there, it just escalated. But I would say I became obsessed. Probably early this year, which is so late, I know, but I'm late in getting into everything. And my motto is just better late than never. So yeah, that's how I became a fan. So I'm just now learning like certain moments in their history. So if I get something wrong, that's just because I'm new. Okay, don't hurt me. But so I had this amazing conversation with this lady, and she was telling me all these stories about being a fan in the 60s, and I was just like eating it up, man. I really wanted to sit her down in the cafe section of Barnes & Noble and just talk to her, because she had amazing stories. Like, she was telling me how she was in multiple fan clubs for them in the 60s, and and how she knew their shoe sizes at one point in time. And she saw them in 1965 for like $5. I'm like, oh my god. And even in 1966, she was her family moved to England, so she was like in England in 1966 when they were like in their studio, you know, working on new material. So that was pretty awesome for her, she said. And she even said at one time, when she used to be a stewardess before she stopped, she said that she had Ringo on her flight. And she was saying how he was like the sweetest guy. And she has his autograph, and I'm like, oh my god. You know what I mean? Like, I seriously was so impressed, and like, hearts and eyes, I don't know. I just really wanted to sit down and have this conversation with her for hours on end, really, because she was like amazing. So, yeah, I just really wanted to introduce myself and share that story, because it's pretty amazing story, I thought, just to have with a random person at Barnes & Noble who's ringing up your items. I don't know, that never happens for me, so I was like, oh my god. But, I mean, not only was she telling me all this, but her face and her voice, it like lit up. She like became so excited, and I was like, oh, you're so cute. You know what I mean? But so yeah, I just wanted to do this short video to tell you, hi, I'm new, and I'm gonna be doing Fridays. Oh, I also, thanks to Abby and Gina, I think are your names, I bought A Hard Day's Right. So that's coming in the mail soon, and I'm very excited for it. You guys say that it's amazing. So yeah, I really wanted it after those 2 amazing reviews, so I bought it. So it's supposed to come shortly, Amazon tells me. It's stuck in Jacksonville, Florida right now. It just needs to come further south, and I'll start my reading. I hope I read it well. I mean, not read it well. I hope I read it, because I have a tendency of buying books and not reading them, because I'm so lazy. Like, I'm so lazy about reading books, and it's just sad. But I'm hoping, because it's the Beatles, that I will actually read it. Yeah, that's basically it. This book right now is amazing. I know I've said that already, but I've had fun with this book, you guys. It's so awesome. And Paul with Linda. So I don't even know. It was the last book there. So, alright, I'm gonna go. I hope you enjoy your Fridays. I was thinking of doing kind of like Beatles references in other mediums, like TV, books, or anything, but I'm not entirely sure if you guys would be up for that. So if you are liking that idea, let me know, and I will find references to the Beatles in other forms of entertainment. Alright, I hope this video didn't suck. It's my first one. If it sucks, I'm sorry. I promise I'll try to get better. Okay? Bye, guys.